Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Speaking Books. Today we are going to discuss about one of the cleanest, safest, reliable and competitive source of energy, that is the nuclear energy. The irony is that we might face a kind of moral dilemma at the end of this video regarding the use of this source of energy. After coal, gas, hydroelectricity and wind power, the nuclear power is the fifth largest source of energy in our country. India has total 7 nuclear power plants installed with total capacity of 6,780 megawatts and accounts for more than 3% of the total electricity generated in our country. Let's dive a little into the technical aspect. During the fission process, two things happen to the uranium in the fuel. First, uranium atoms split, creating energy that is used to produce electricity. The fission creates radioactive isotopes of lighter elements such as cesium-137 and strontium-90. These isotopes, called fission products, account for the most of the heat and penetrating radiation in high-level waste. Second, some uranium atoms capture neutrons produced during fission. These atoms form heavier elements such as plutonium. These heavier than uranium or transuranic elements do not produce nearly the amount of heat or penetrating radiation that fission products do, but they take much longer to decay. Transuranic waste, sometimes called TRU, accounts for the most of the radioactive hazards remaining in high-level waste after 1000 years. Radioactive isotopes eventually decay or disintegrate into harmless materials. Some isotopes decay in hours or even minutes, but others decay very slowly. Strontium-90 and cesium-137 have half-lives of about 30 years, whereas the plutonium-239 has a half-life of more than 24,000 years. These high-level wastes are hazardous because they produce fatal radiation doses during short period of direct exposure. If isotopes from this high-level waste get into groundwater or rivers, they may enter into the food chains. The dose produced through this indirect exposure would be much smaller than a direct exposure dose, but a much larger population could be exposed. All nuclear power plants store spent fuel in spent fuel pools. These pools are made up of reinforced concrete several feet thick and with steel liners. The water is typically about 40 feet deep and serves both to shield the radiation and cool the rods. As the pool reaches near its capacity, utilities move some of the older spent fuel into dry cask storage. These casks are stainless steel canisters surrounded by concrete. Fuel is typically cooled at least 5 years in the pool before the transfer to the cask. That went a little deep, but imagine, we produce around 4 tons of nuclear waste per gigawatts annually, and that is too much of nuclear waste. If you have any suggestions and ideas for disposal of this hazardous waste, feel free to share with us in the comment section. The other important factor is safety. There have been 3 major reactor accidents in the history of civil nuclear power: 3 Mile Island, Fukushima and the Chernobyl. These accidents destroyed lives of many and caused millions for damaged infrastructure. No industry is immune from accidents. A minor error may result into a severe biological and environmental catastrophe. There have been a number of protests against the construction of these nuclear power plants because of the safety issues and the fear of accidents in locales where the reactor has to be assembled. Nuclear energy promises cleaner energy, better efficiency, and many more perks at the cost of risks involved for accidents which may have irreversible consequences. So, our today's book for discussion is Midnight in Chernobyl. April 26, 1986 in Chernobyl was a turning point in the world's history. The disaster not only changed the world's perception of the nuclear power and the science that spawned it, but also our understanding of our planet's delicate ecology. with the images of abandoned homes and playgrounds beyond the barbed wire of the 30-kilometer exclusion zone, the rusting graveyards of contaminated trucks and helicopters, the farmland lashed with black rain, the event fixed for all time the notion of radiation as an invisible killer. Midnight in Chernobyl is an indelible portrait of one of the great disasters of the 20th century, of human resilience and ingenuity, and the lesson learned when mankind seeks to bend the nature to his will. Lessons which, in the face of climate change and other threats, remain not just vital but necessary. Thank you so much for being with us. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.